continue the offensive onslaught on the road, or will the Cavs even up the series? Next game is on Wednesday. It's going to be good. Till next time, I'm Ken Cruz, always 1 with 25.
Thanks, Ken. Former Heisman Trophy winner Johnny Manziel would take his talents north of the border, signing a 2-year deal with the Canadian Football League team, the Hamilton Tiger Cats. EBC Canada correspondent Anthony Sevilla reports. Take a look.
With the Canadian Football League regular season back in full action, the biggest free agent to sign this offseason is former college football star Johnny Manziel. Manziel, also known as Johnny Football, agreed to sign a 2-year deal with the Hamilton Tiger Cats. The 2012 Heisman Trophy winner, which is given annually to the most outstanding player in college football, was picked 22nd overall in the 2014 NFL Draft by the Cleveland Browns and was released by the team in March of 2016. Manziel's off-field issues, however, have kept the former first-round NFL draft pick and former Texas A&M star from being successful in the NFL. The Tiger Cats organization, however, is convinced that Manziel is dedicated to turning his life around and ready to make a pro football comeback. Tiger Cats general manager Eric Tillman described the quarterback as a player of extraordinary gifts, which was why he was too hard to pass up. Negotiations between the team and Manziel started last September and have been ongoing with a series of physical and medical tests as part of the process. Despite the hype around Manziel's signing with the Ticats, quarterback Jeremiah Masoli is set to start for the team with Manziel as his backup. In spite of an 0-8 start to last season, head coach June Jones has maintained that Masoli has earned the right to start and that Manziel will have to prove fair and square to earn that starting position. Starter or backup, the fact remains that this is Manziel's opportunity to get back onto the field and play professional football for the first time since 2016. The addition of Manziel does create some excitement this month across the CFL, and fans are eager to learn whether or not his return to the field will equal success for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Reporting for EBC Sports, I'm Anthony Sevilla and I'm 1 with 25.
Thanks, Anthony. Coming up, strategies from America's best spellers at the National Script Spelling Bee competition, and CrossFit Atlantic Regionals in West Palm Beach, Florida. That's next. EBC Sports International will return in a moment.
Health is our most important asset, and it should always be a constant effort to seek ways to take care of it. That includes professional medical help from the best available. The Manila-Beijing Medical Associated Incorporated is known as one of the most specialized centers in medical services, backed by several experienced physicians in Chinese medicine. At an accuracy rate of 98%, countless patients who visited Manila-Beijing Medical Associated Incorporated have already been treated and cured.
Marami po ospital na napuntahan, pero wala ring nangyayari. Somebody introduced me to Manila-Beijing Medical Associated. After 2 treatments, gumanda ang pakiramdam ko.
My friends introduced me Manila-Beijing Medical Associated, and luckily, I got cured. So I sincerely want to thank the doctors of Manila-Beijing Medical Associated.
For the past 30 years, ang dami ko nang na-take na mga gamot. Nothing happened to me. So until one my friend introduced me to Manila-Beijing Medical Associated, you know what? All my illness was cured.
For any health problems or incurable diseases, you can visit Manila-Beijing Medical Associated Incorporated, located at 843B Sabino Padilla Street, Binondo, Manila.
we're back. This is EBC Sports International. I'm Rod De La Paz. Competing in national spelling bees takes determination and wit. But how do the nation's best spellers strategize and handle the pressure? EBC New York correspondent Tenny Sumagi talks with several competitors at the Scripps National Spelling Bee in National Harbor, Maryland. Take a look.
It's the 91st Scripps National Spelling Bee at the Gaylord National Resort and Convention Center in National Harbor, Maryland, the host site of America's prestigious educational competition. A record 516 spellers around the nation battled on stage in this 3-day buzzworthy competition, where participants studied language patterns and etymologies, the historical roots of words, in hopes of winning the coveted trophy. Several participants shared with us their strategies of being a great speller in this fierce competition.
Well, the best strategies are you have to be willing to study a lot of the time, and you have to get a support network, whether it's your parents, your teachers, or your friends. At school, a ton of my friends, people who were acquaintances, started reading my dictionary to me or searching words and helping me study. It's really just being able to practice and having someone to help you practice.
I like to make flashcards and then rehearse them with family. That have helped me study for the past few months.
You have to be able to handle the stress because it's a lot of nerves, and also you just have to be really dedicated to and just really want it. Practice a lot, just go over the words, and also if you study Latin roots and the roots of different words, it also helps a ton. Try your best if you're ever wanting to get here.
You can start with studying the list that Scripps gives you, because that's for round 2, but after that they just use the dictionary. So it's helpful to study rules in languages that you don't know very well. For me, that would be French and Italian and Welsh. I like to spell because it helps me with my writing, since I can use the words I've learned. And for any new spellers, just don't be nervous and read a lot, because you'll find a lot of unusual words in books without having to go hunting for them.
In the preliminaries, there was vocab asked and spelling, so you have to know roots and origins and definitions if it helps. So if the pronunciation is hard, then I would ask for the definitions so it could help me, or the origins.
The first one I would say was learn your root words, because those are really important. Study the language patterns, and then from there just try to memorize the definitions of commonly used words, because those are very important as well.
Indian Americans continue to dominate the spelling bee. This year's title went to 14-year-old wildcard entry Karthik Namani from McKinney, Texas, whose winning word was koinonia, an intimate spiritual or Christian communion. Besides the trophy, Namani won more than $40,000 in cash and prizes. Founded in 1925, the Scripps Spelling Bee aims to better promote literacy across the nation, to encourage children to become great spellers and lifelong readers.
Reporting from National Harbor in Maryland, I am Tenny Sumagi, and I am 1 with 25.
Thanks, Tenny. CrossFit introduced